tuning in to the Val and Val Show, where conversation is art. Conversation is art. Conversation is art. You should chime in. Ain't no telling what the spot on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no telling the Val and Val Show. You know, ain't no telling where we go on the Val and Val Show. Ain't no ceiling, cause the art of conversation is the flow. It's that creativity available when we speak, available in our homes, available in the streets. We just trying to get it sparking and take it a little deeper. Keep it casual while fireside chatting with our people. Yeah, we take it a little deeper. It get hot when we fireside chatting with our people. Cause conversation is art. Conversation is art. You should chime in. Ain't no telling what'll spark on the Val. The Val and Val Show. The Val and Val Show.
What's up?
What's up?
What up? What's up, everybody? Y'all doing good? Happy Thanksgiving, whatever. Past days. Oh, man. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. We certainly did.
Sure did.
Thankful to have traveled safely and gotten back here just so we could be with you tonight. And
For sure.
Valerie, did you and your family have a good Thanksgiving?
We really did. We spent time with the elders in our family. My dad's 94-year-old sister had summoned us, so we spent Thanksgiving dinner with her.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
She's
So I
doing
see
well.
some folks are saying tag them to the show. And I guess you got to be on Facebook in order to go to Facebook, right?
Okay, y'all. Listen, Valter, look. Valter gonna get it. Valter, go to your page and tag folks you need to tag. Anyway, I'm gonna take over right now while Valter figure this out, y'all. Look, hey, look, I got him in training. He figured out how to do all this stuff. Now he's figuring out when we go live and I'm sitting here going to the Facebook page and sharing stuff. It ain't as easy as he think it is.
Hey, Valerie, I help people to do that for me.
Where you don't now, so you got to do it yourself.
So Valerie, tell me,
how
do I tag people if it just says share and it won't let me tag people?
You need to go to your page. I've already tagged you. That's all you got to do.
I don't see it on my page, my dear.
It should be. I tag you.
You tag.
But anyway, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah. All right, folks. So we're on live here, and Valerie is trying to share with me how to tag folks on a page, share to a group, and all this kind of stuff. It won't let me tag anybody. It won't let me tag nobody. It says raise money and all this other stuff, honey.
Oh, no. I didn't tell you to go to the Conversation Artist page. I told you to go to your personal Facebook page.
I understand. That's where it's not. You all see how she tries to tell me what to do all the time.
No, I don't. I'm trying to tell you how to share.
You don't. Y'all saw how she laughed. So you know she lying. You said, no, I don't. No, I don't, y'all. I won't be doing that for real.
Hey,
yes.
Let me see. La Cherie, come help him.
That's good.
But anyway, let's get this show on the road.
Let's get it on the road.
So, anyway, welcome everyone. We're glad you all have joined us. We're going to have some fun tonight. We have two gentlemen who are world-renowned actors.
They are on point, aren't they?
Listen, I'm calling something. Look, I'm speaking it for them. They are world-renowned actors.
Yes, they are.
And you need to remember their names because you will see them on the big screen. So Valton has a connection with these folks. Let me tell you this, because Valton is this big-time producer. He's gonna be giving Ava DuVernay and what's the guy's name?
I don't know.
Is it Ryan Coogler? No, I can't think of the male guy. He's gonna be giving them a run for their money. So y'all better get in on the bottom level before he blow up.
Valerie, you are so kind. I guess my check must have cleared today.
No, I'm speaking for my future finances.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but no, seriously, Valton has been giving some locals an opportunity to shine on the screen. So that is wonderful that he's allowing people who may not even realize they can act or think they can act. He's giving them an opportunity. So we're just happy for that. So tonight we have two of the actors from his Welcome to Dundrill Heights, and they're in the process of bringing us the next series so we can see what happened because we know how
Yep.
the first one ended.
Yep.
Stuff all in the streets. People scattered all in the streets.
People scattered in the streets. Well, no, people scattered in the streets.
Was when you get hit and ran over, that's scattered in the street.
Well, I forgot about your medical training.
Yeah, that's scattered in the street.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So Valton, come on, introduce your actors.
So during the course of writing and filming, we came up with an idea that we needed to have some folk to play the roles of the Texas Rangers, primarily because we're situated in what we have fictitiously named Dundrill, Texas. And there are rangers in Texas, not police officers, as others may think. But I contacted two of my buddies I've known for years, pitched them on the idea, and they said, yes, we would love to work with you on this project. And it's been an amazing ride. So we have Mike Shattuck and Victor Sims. Both
Come on.
Mike, what's up? Victor, what's up?
Wait, hey,
what's
Good
up,
to be here.
hey, I'll let y'all know something.
What?
I didn't tell you earlier, but I'm here in Dundrill right now. And I'm gonna tell you, it's wild out here in Dundrill.
Yeah.
Straight up. I seen a dude named Peanut. Get into that later. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I thought y'all already locked him up, man. Peanut out of Dundrill jail.
Nah, he got out.
We already solved that.
Wow.
I went by the
He got a good lawyer. He had a good lawyer.
Probably so. I went by the Dundrill Projects today. Man, they wild over there.
Okay. Well, you watch yourself over there, Texas Ranger. But we got Texas Ranger Vic Sims, and we got Texas Ranger Mike Shattuck over here. Mike is over there standing by a Dundrill Heights Christmas tree, look like.
That's my dead Christmas tree. It's a live Christmas tree, but it's not really live.
Yeah, right.
Because it's been detached from the root system.
Wow.
So we already had that conversation before we came on air.
You are very knowledgeable about trees. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mike Shattuck playing the role of Kyle Booth, Texas Ranger, and Victor Sims playing the role of Detective Sims in Welcome to Dundrill Heights. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting situation. So, how did you guys become involved in this project?
You can go first, Mike.
All right. Well, it's really quite simple for me. I've known Valton for about 17 years. We go way back to where we both worked at the Birmingham Regional Chamber of Commerce. So we kind of have that business background. I've been a data analyst in the city of Birmingham for about 30 years. And every once in a while, Valton and I, about every 6 months, sometimes every 3 months, we'll go have lunch together and just catch up on what's going on. And we had lunch in January of 21, I think it is. And he was talking about this movie that he was writing. And he was telling me about the different characters. And just at that time, I'm 58 years old. At that point, I grew the first beard that I've ever had in my life. I've gone through my whole life without growing a beard. And he said, he goes, I think you'd be good for one of the roles. I was like, yeah, I'm all for it. I said, what is it? He says, it's a Texas Ranger. His name, he even told me his name. His name is Kyle Booth. And I think the first thing I asked Victor, I said, well, I'll be interested in it, but I don't want him to be a racist. I don't want to play, a racist Texas Ranger. So Valton was like, no, he's not. Valton wasn't even thinking that. I kind of went off in that direction. But that's really how I got involved with this, is that Valton, a long friend of mine, asked me to join the cast. It wasn't, a huge role, but it was very interesting in taking part because making a movie is kind of like baking a pie, but you don't bake it all at once. You make these little segments of the pie all together, and you're trying to figure out, like, how does that fit into the overall pie, when you're doing your part. But you soon learn that, how it all fits together. It's a very, very, very detailed way, very detailed structure. So really, me being a data analyst, I didn't really even know I could act. But I think we all act every day. So you just put yourself into it, and then you can go with it.
Yeah,
Okay, so come on.
So
Wait a minute, Valton.
one of the things, Mike, that you forgot to mention, you took a picture of yourself in a 10-gallon hat or something like that.
I did. I was at a friend's house, and he had this Stetson hat, and he was moving, and he had it pulled out of the closet, and I was like, I was wearing moving clothes. I had just a shirt and shorts on. He said, well, put this shirt on, and I put the Stetson hat on, and we took that picture. I put it as my profile picture on Facebook. I think that's where you saw it in the beginning.
Right.
That right there. You kind of had me in mind even before I knew it. And then when we had lunch, you asked me about it. So. Right.
And I'm glad, because you fit the bill.
Thank you. I've enjoyed every moment of it.
Yeah. Valerie, you got any questions for Mike?
Okay, but I'm looking. Look, I'm ready to hear how Victor Catburglar feels. Got it.
That's not what you called him earlier.
I called him the Unabomber. That's what I said. Y'all know that sketch we got was like had everybody that's taking their hoodies off there, right?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't put my hoodie on.
Yeah.
So the trailer on Valton had shared. I saw pictures Valton had shared on Facebook, like behind the scenes of Dundrill. And I see the picture what is behind the scenes, and I said, man, it looks, and just the behind the scenes pictures, you could tell professionals. So I'm like, man, who does Valton know? I said, let me look up this. And I looked up Dundrill Heights on YouTube, and I saw the initial trailer. I said, hold up, this is not a call Valton. I said, because then me and him go back a while. His daughter and I, so we met through our daughters. And it's been, I don't know how many, 12 years?
Yeah, exactly.
12, something like
12 years, yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, I seen this Dundrill Heights thing that you posting, like behind the scenes. Running that? So he like, yeah, I know him. It's me. And then and I asked him about it. He tells me the backstory, how he came up with it. Then I said, hey, police officer, just let me know. And he said, as a matter of fact, I do. And then we went for, then he let me know what it's gonna be, and I was like, whatever you need. And that was it.
Yep, that's how it happened, actually.
Hey, fans, y'all better get to know Valton if y'all want to be in a movie.
That's right. He's the man.
Look, he ain't wrote my part yet. I'm waiting.
Well, Valerie, I was thinking about that earlier this evening, because we're going to have another hospital scene, and I may have to cast you as the staff nurse with the doctor. So we'll talk about that later.
I'm gonna be the nurse manager.
Okay, whatever. I'll let you write your own piece since you like to be the boss, as Mike said.
You can edit those hospital scenes. Make sure those hospital scenes are going as they're supposed to.
Oh, we already had that. We already had that conversation.
Yeah, that's why I said that, because the last one that we showed, it showed the guy being loaded up into the ambulance, and the nurse was touching him without gloves. Valerie stopped the video. Why y'all ain't doing this? I'm like, lady, play the darn video and get home with it.
It's like Tyler Perry movies. Like, oh my God,
why they wig so bad?
Hospitals like that. No, hospitals. It'd be like, how you in the ICU? You ain't got an IV.
Right.
No monitor. No nothing. You in the IC dying. You have literally no care going on. So.
the amazing thing, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for tuning in to Conversation is Art, the Val and Val show, welcoming Mike Shattuck and Victor Sims. The amazing thing about these two gentlemen, as well as the remaining members of the cast, everyone that I cast for this particular movie episode, I called and asked them to play a role, which is sort of unorthodox because you generally like to do a casting call. But I rely heavily on the Holy Spirit to direct me. And you can't go wrong if you seek first the kingdom of God, because he says, if you do that, everything else will be added. So when I have an idea, I know it's coming from God, and then he just started laying people in my place so that I can ask them to play these roles. And when I asked these folks, the Holy Spirit had already worked on their hearts. So they said, yeah, we'll do it. And that is what happened. They came on board just like the other folks did, without hesitation. And I'm grateful.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Before we get any further, I'm putting your the email in our chat, because you all, to make a movie or any production like this, it takes more than just the actors. You have to have people working in the background. And if you don't have that, you don't get what comes to the stage. I mean, so do not discount those type jobs when you have this type things going on, because I'm sure, I don't know if everybody watched Queen Sugar, but they did a after interview about all the female producers that they chose to use. But it was one young girl, she came on as an assistant, and because of how hard she worked, Ava DuVernay allowed her to start producing some of the scenes in this last season. So you would be amazed at the opportunities you would get. You know, these people got to eat. I don't know. I took something I don't even remember, Bathroom. One time y'all was filming. I brought something. I don't even know what it was, but Bathroom was like, I need you to come. And I just jumped in and went. And let me say this. Everything you do, you all, you may not get a monetary payment now. Let me say that. However, if we don't support, I'm going to call this like indie filming, like we have indie artists. If we don't support it at this level, then you don't need to be running up to Baton on the street, you know, when he about to get that gold star in Hollywood.
but Valerie, I appreciate you saying that. But let me share with you all something, folks. What I do is not for me. What these gentlemen and other folks are doing on this cast is not for us, because we are adults. It's for the folks that are coming behind us. It's the young people we try to pour into, let them know that they too can walk this path that we have already paid, that others have already paid. And that's really what it's all about, particularly with the Dundrill Heights Spring Break Film Camp 2023 that's coming up. So I usually have the cast come through to say hello to the kids and the young people, and I bring in folks from Hollywood and Atlanta Wood. So it's really a cool event. We'll probably have Cassie Davis come through again this year. We're looking at a couple of other folks that we were talking to about coming in. Perhaps Zach from Sisters. I've been chatting with him a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that. But Valerie, I just want to say to these guys publicly, thank you, fellas, for hooking me up and letting me hang out with you all so we can make this thing happen. So,
man, I thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, man. It is what it is.
That's currency. That's currency in itself.
Yeah, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now, Michael,
yes, sir.
I want to follow up with some with you. You said, you're a data analyst guy, but you also said something else. We're all actors because we do it every day.
Yeah.
So is that what gave you and I lack of a better word, I'm gonna say courage to say, oh yeah, I can do this? Because I'm gonna say this. My son is a computer science major, and he's what we call like a geek, don't really like to be around people. So with you being a data analyst, was this huge for you to step out and decide I'm gonna act?
Yes. I'm a data analyst for a reason. And that's because I like to get in my office and shut the door and crunch the numbers and then give them to somebody, explain them to them. So really, I'm not really that much of an extrovert. I tend to have more of an introverted personality. And so for me, doing something like this I really had to, I'm all about facing fears head on. And this was an opportunity for me to grow spiritually and professionally, just having this opportunity. Because it's when you have people all standing around you and you have your part to say and you're acting, you just got to tell yourself, I can't act like Cal Booth because I don't know who Cal Booth is. All I can do is be myself and portray Cal Booth, I'm as me, and that's how you kind of get through it. You just kind of portray yourself through that. And to answer your question, yeah, it's hard for somebody that's more introverted. Valton doesn't know any strangers. I mean, he's the most extroverted person, one that I know out there. And for somebody like me, yeah, it presents some challenges as well, but it's also an enormous opportunity and growth that I experienced through the process.
Okay, now, Victor, I'm going to ask you that same question, but I want to dig a little deeper on something you said. Let's talk about spiritually. How did they help you grow?
Just opportunity. I mean, like I just told them that the opportunity, the fact that this is something. See, this is something been one time, and Valton said it. Regards to from his perspective, how he followed the lead of the Holy Spirit, and guess what? I felt like I feel like as I told you, I saw it, and I said, hey, if you ever need, and he said, as a matter of fact, I do. So that wasn't me. We know what that was. So I recognize where that opportunity came from. Something I've been wanting to do my entire life. It didn't just happen. All those steps that happened before that led to that point of something Alton needed, something that I needed, just to quench something that's inside of me that I was at doing, and all that. I mean, it just validated what it just validated that how God is in control of everything. And what's for you is for you. As much as I want to do it, it don't matter. It's going to happen when He says, "Okay, I'll let you do this right now."
Yep.
So you're saying you wanted to act, you always wanted to be, or
I
in
have
some
been
stage?
I've been wanting to do television for years, in front of the camera, behind the camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'd have told the opposite of Michael, because he was like, put me in this room, crunch these numbers, and
Yeah.
leave me alone. So
Yeah.
now Michael,
no. Oh,
okay,
if I'm in
Victor out there.
room with I'm a people person.
Yep.
Like
Absolutely.
if I'm in a room, I'm in my offices I used to sit in with 4 of us that sat in there, and they were all introverts except for me. I was the only extrovert. So we were sitting there, and everybody minutes I had to say something like, y'all got to talk about something. We're not just gonna sit in here and act like each other. We need to talk. Somebody say something. That's just me. I can't.
Hey, sneeze, do something, sigh.
Something. We need to do something. Cut the TV. I need something going on here.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So that's just me. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Michael, for you, the spiritual aspect of it, is it similar to what Victor said, or was yours different for you?
It was such a personal growth, spiritual growth, because you're there working with people from various backgrounds, and everybody's coming there for a specific purpose. And, it's just coming together for a common cause. You have your little part of the movie that really well, the scene, who's supposed to stand here and there and everywhere. But there's like hundreds more of that going on in different aspects of it. So it's almost like a personal connection and growth with everyone, because everybody's got their own personalities, but they're jumping out of those to portray something that's an idea, something that's been written. And so it's just like it's spiritual in the way that we just all come together for a common cause, just at that one point.
Right.
That's
right.
great. That's great. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, and it's really cool that everyone gets along on set. We don't have any challenges when we have young people who are minors there. Their parents must be there with them.
Right.
Because I don't like for adults and minors to interact unless their parent or guardian is there to make sure everybody's on point.
Right.
Yeah.
And the way the cast cared for the minors while we were on set is like we're just one big happy family, and we are.
Yeah.
Everybody got along. If you didn't have anything going on at the moment for the set to be shot, you're off to the side getting to know one another, and that's the beautiful thing that we have been able to accomplish. But at this time, what we'd like to do is show a clip. And ladies and gentlemen, let me share with you on the front end. We shot this as a dirty, raw clip before Mike joined the cast. And by the way, this isn't the real clip that's going to be shown. This is just a draft of what we were trying to accomplish behind the scenes. So we recorded it. We want to share with you all something that no one else has seen before. And here we go.
Hey, and Balton, go on. Just go on and share them with our rawness, what we had. You all, we tried to get the clip to show, but it was not cooperating tonight.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Yeah, so the struggle of this type stuff, another thing. You see people bring stuff to the screen, but you don't see the struggles they go through when something doesn't work. Yeah. So, okay, Balton, you want to get it cued?
So bear with us. Valerie, text me if it doesn't show, and then I'll just pop back in because I'm going to have to go off of it. Text me on my
let me get back to my page so I can watch for it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, so so just get it started, and then I'll bring it up.
Gentlemen, here we go.
Intersection where that poor man lost his life is one of the most dangerous intersections here in Dundrill. And I have spent months with the community, the city council, and the Department of Transportation to try and resolve this issue because clearly stop signs weren't enough. But the thing about government is, and I hate to say it as mayor of this fine city, but the thing about government is sometimes we're just not fast enough. My thoughts and prayers go out to his family at this time, for this is a tragedy that no one should have to endure. But as sure as my title as Mayor Ella Mae Buford of Dundrill, Texas, I will set this right.
I scuttled over to Mom's and brought over here so we could be with you. Thanks, Bryce.
How are you, Trent? I prayed on the way over here. How is JD3? And how are you? I'm okay. I'm just waiting on the doctor.
What are you doing here? Trick, this is your fault.
Your husband, also my man, was sleeping with his friend, Ramon.
Trick? Looks like both of you are the trick. And Ramon was the real trick.
I just can't.
Hey, Jackson family. How you doing? I'm Detective Williams. Sorry not to meet y'all this way. I don't know what happened to you.
No, we was at Harlem. We got a call.
Okay. You don't know what happened? How you doing, Pastor? You don't know what happened?
Man, I just drove up. He was laid out. I got out of the car, tried to help my wife, called 911.
Okay. That's all you saw?
That's it, man.
Okay. You see anything, man? How do you know Mr. Jackson, man?
Friends from college.
Friends from college?
Yeah.
Where were you at the time of this accident?
Home in bed.
Home in bed? Stick around. I'm gonna have some more questions for you a little later.
Okay.
Okay? Hey, does anybody know who drives a burgundy car? Turn around, man. You're on the
I
right.
didn't do anything wrong.
What the?
It was not me.
Man, let's go.
Calm down. Calm down.
You got the wrong person.
Man, crazy.
Jackson family, how y'all doing? I'm Dr. Carson, and we did everything we could to save your loved one, but he didn't make it.
Honey, I need to talk to you. Honey, please, wait.
Yes.
I have something I need to tell you.
What's going on?
The guy that you were just working on is our son.
What?
He's our son.
What the hell did you say?
I can explain.
Explain what?
What are you trying to say?
How could you do me like this?
I'm sorry. I'm
You
so sorry.
Yeah, you are.
I'm so
Let me tell you something.
I'm sorry.
This isn't over. This isn't the time and place for this. This isn't over.
I can't believe this. I don't understand. The guy that's laying on the pavement and now in the operating room is my son?
He's our son.
No, hell no. How can this be?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
How did you let this happen? I can't believe this.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Lord. I wonder what that's about.
All rise.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me hear from you, Miss Perryman.
I'm here on behalf of my client, Bridget Washington Young. She's charged with vehicular homicide. Our defense is pleading for temporary insanity.
No.
Crazy. Yes, she's crazy. She's a murderer.
Order in this court.
And I move to have the case continued.
My baby. My baby. No.
Your Honor, in light of the information just provided, we have no objection at this time to a continuance.
I will continue for 30 days and no more.
That boy heads in school. And girl, that's not even half of it. I remember prom night. You know, he said all the right things. Made me give myself to him in every way.
Hello, welcome to High Beauty.
Thank you for having me back.
Good to see you. You have an appointment with us today?
Yes, I have an appointment with Talia.
All right, that'll work. Just go on ahead to the back and wash your hands and have a seat. Now, style host will be with you shortly.
Thank you.
No problem. Man, we've been slammed all day from these kids from the damn Dundrill High stands.
Man, listen, they need to make some peace with their hands because they be looking tore up from the blow up. Girl, you know all they probably got is unbelievables. You know that's what they got. The only time they're going to look good when they leave How Your Beauty is, you know what, they look real good. I love And as my senior year at Dundrill Central was starting, Jay was starting his freshman year, and Miles. Turns out LaTrinda applied to Birmingham Southern, and she was going to be just 15 minutes from Jay.
Sounds like he got what he wanted and left.
It was a tough time to say the least. I had to lie to my mom about being pregnant. She was just diagnosed with ALS.
My uncle was diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease. Can't talk, can't walk. He's just laying there dying. Good morning, counselors. Are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Young, I'm sorry. I called my partner and told her she needs to go by herself.
This is not a concert hall, sir. Who do you think you are, Alvin Garrett or somebody?
Excuse me, Your Honor. Your Honor, I need to ask for a continuance.
And why is that, counselor?
Your Honor, My client's mother has succumbed to ALS, and I need to go to her and let her know. Please, Your Honor, may we be granted a continuance.
What's your position?
Your Honor, obviously we object to any container.
Your Honor, without objection.
We will reconvene in the morning at 9 a.m. Please give my condolences.
Inmate 6E45789 Williamson, you have a visitor. Your lawyer wants to speak to you.
Hi, Bridget. Hi. You can speak in front of my cellmate. I received a call today from Dundrill Grace Hospital. Your mom died this morning.
What do you mean? My mom's gone?
I'm so sorry.
That ending, Valton, real surreal. Real surreal.
Mhm.
Real surreal. Most definitely. That was great. That was great. That's great.
All right.
Uh,
So I can make it stop. Yeah.
he'll figure it out.
Right.
So, uh,
Hey,
So what?
that's the first time I saw that.
Yeah, no,
You know,
nobody's seen it.
and
yeah, yeah,
you know, a lot of the story, I don't know. I just know my part. I didn't even know his mama. I didn't know his mom and the doctor was like that.
Yeah. So you're not supposed to know.
Man, you got some. hey, I'm not gonna say nothing else, but you got some twisted.
no, it ain't no twist. This some. I was like, oh my gosh, that somebody gonna get killed. He gonna have a murder. He gonna have some more people gonna die in this show. I can see it coming out.
So I will say this. That I've written 6 episodes and about 18 in my mind. Okay. To have a good story, you have to have 100 episodes. 100. Okay. So with that being said, things are being created every day. You can look at a passage of scripture and it means one thing to you on Monday. You go back and read it on Tuesday, it means something else.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I love about God. He just keeps pouring stuff into me. When I'm writing sermons, sometimes I don't even look at the paper. My hand is just moving because the Spirit is just putting stuff on a page. I have to go back and find out what he actually said through me.
Right.
And that's how this stuff comes to me. I may wake my wife up and say, hey, listen, what do you think about this? And she'll say, okay, put this in there. And there it is. Because in the next episode, you all will see a name that she always calls me as a character in the movie. So things are just happening wonderfully and so graciously. And I'm so thankful that the Lord is using me as a vessel. And that's all I'm saying to everybody that's listening. Position yourself to be used. A lady cannot have a child if she is not in the birthing position. Get yourself in a birthing position so that when the Lord gives you something, you can become the parent of something that has been birthed. And that's what I think about this project. So enough about me. So the next thing that's going to happen in this is, Kyle, which is Mike Shattuck, mentioned something. He said he's a data analytics person, right? So episodes 3 and 4 will identify why he has been chosen to be the character which he is, because that data analytical thinking is going to be used for purposes of the court of law. So Victor has a background in a whole lot of different things, which I will not mention. And his background is going to lend him to be an expert witness that will be played out in the court of law. So we have a lot of stuff planned that they don't know about that they will soon come to find out about in January, because I'll release the additional scripts to everyone to start studying. Because come February, March, April, May, we're going to go 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we're going to release this thing. So hang on to your seatbelts, everybody, because we're getting ready to take Birmingham to another level.
Well, look, okay, Balton, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these scenes. Okay,
Oh, Lord.
first of all,
What?
What she doing confessing at the hospital? That wasn't the place. I was like, oh my God. Look, it was so fun, but it was funny. But look, I was confused. I was like, wait a minute. Is he playing two characters? Because when the doctor walked out, I was like, is that Sammy?
No, that ain't Sammy. That guy name is that, huh?
But no, their feet, he first walked out. But the way
yeah.
But you know what I laughed about? Because you all, and I didn't get the trailer. I need to go look for it from the first, not the first one, the first scene, not the trailer. Mm-hmm. But you need to go back and watch that to see why that scene is so pivotal here. Hey, as my mama used to say, I'm country girl, y'all. Panky don't came home to roost.
Panky up in here. Panky here, y'all. Panky here. Well, you asked the question about why was that played out in the hospital as it relates to the mother making a confession to.
Yeah.
Because typically when things happen that are tragic, that's when our emotions run wild. And we want to confess all our sins at that moment. That's why I wrote it as such. Because
it had a real dramatic effect.
Yeah. You should see the real clip.
There's a lot of things let out in a hospital.
Oh, yeah.
That's where all the emotions, like Nelson said, get high, and you're just going to let everything out right there.
Oh, yeah. Look, trust me, I know. We found out how many families there are. There is 18 families, and only 2 of them knew about each other.
Right.
I was an ER nurse. So you're right. You don't know what's going to come out, especially when something tragic. And I also noticed that other one. What did the guy say? Well, not only was he sleeping with her, he was sleeping with him too. So everything just got told in the ER.
What?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, man, this dude is off the chain. but you know what? I see that.
Yeah. It's life.
Yeah.
It's life.
So you know, and the backstory to all that is it goes back to 1 Thessalonians 4:13, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. In order for that to happen, you got to be kin to Christ. Well, when Jude died, just like when this dude died, Moses was Moses, but Christ sent Michael the archangel, and Satan showed up to claim his body. All the family came to the hospital to claim his body. So that's how that whole concept was developed. Right. And from that, we have just sort of morphed into some other things that's happening to sort of show what real life is about. We may live in these little ivory castles and stuff like that, but we got some deep, dark secrets for real, that we don't want anybody to know. So we got an episode coming up called The Grave Exposure, and that's going to be really dark, but it's going to show a lot of light in how we're going to maneuver how a situation that can be so detrimental that God gets the glory and shows light to a dying world. So I'm just excited about all of this stuff. I can't write and have enough time to get it done. I don't have the time, but it will be done. So I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And Valton, you have to be like 10 episodes ahead of everything, don't you?
Huh?
You have to be like 10 episodes ahead of where you are now. All times. Yeah,
mentally I am already there. I just haven't put it into my programming yet. So it'll dissect it and put it where it needs to be. I thought about trying to hire additional writers, and I did, but it just didn't work out because of their timing. And, let me put it this way. Your baby is not everyone else's baby.
Right.
Right. So, and it's no one's fault. It's just the way it is. And I know that I'm demanding on myself. So I'm going to be demanding on others, because when I want something, and Valerie can attest to this, even though she don't work for me or anything like that. But when I ask a question, I want an answer, and I want the right answer, because I don't know the answer sometimes, but sometimes I ask it rhetorically because I do know the answer, but I want you to give me the answer anyway to make sure you know the answer. So anyway, aside from all that, we will be casting again for some additional parts for a cemetery role that will be coming up in January.
Okay.
So, Valerie, if you have the Dundrill Heights Film Camp stuff up, I will share some elements to that, because young people, because parents, if you have young people who are interested in film, if you know young people that are interested in film, let them know about the Dundrill Heights Film Camp, because we like to bring young people in to learn about this stuff. You know, everybody, as I say, is not equipped to go to college, won't go to college for one reason or the other. And yet, if you hold the bag that the lights are attached to, that's $400 or $500 a day. A day.
Yeah.
The lights a day, $500. The camera assisted, $400 a day. So young people, you can learn this stuff because you have not had an idea to go to college. You can make a decent living, you know. So that's why we do this film camp. We're running one March 27th through the 31st here in Birmingham at the YMCA Youth Center. And we're having one March the 13th, I believe, in Huntsville, Alabama. And my fraternity brother, Lewis Whitlow, I forget Lewis's name. He gonna kill me. But Big Lou is what I call it. That's why I can't remember. Big Lou is helping me with that one. So Whitlow, I was right the first time. He's helping me with that one. So then we're gonna go to Canada, in 2024. So we got a lot of stuff going on. So as Valerie said, jump on now, because the train is moving, and we want everybody to be on board. So again, thank you for joining Conversation is Art, the Val and Val Show. So anybody got any questions? Val, you got any questions for the cast members, not for me?
I got some. I got some for everybody. No, but no, Valton, I did want you to talk a little bit about the ALS spin, because people don't know that part of your story.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's important to bring that out.
Okay, well, thank you for that. My mother died of ALS in 1995. As a result, I wanted to lend my skill set to raising funds for that. So I have been asked to be a part of the Alabama ALS Foundation, which I am a member, and board member, that is. And so they were asking, how is this not going to be a conflict for what we do in raising funds? I said, well, you all do various things, but you're not in film. I'm in the film industry, and my films, whether we do plays or have you to come to a theater to see the movie, those funds will go to the Nadine G. Johnson Foundation, which is on that screen now, and will be to help a family in need or families in need of some financial assistance. So, for example, this was actually a play, ladies and gentlemen, that was going to be designed to raise money for a dear friend of mine, Sheila Patterson, who has now passed. Well, the play was going to the stage, and a week before we got there, the pandemic shut it down. Everybody that I contacted that had purchased a ticket said, give the money to Sister Patterson. So we cash apped her the funding so that she can continue to have her bills paid. And that's, again, what it's all about, right? So with that being said, we're doing these films so that we can raise money for ALS, again, which my mother succumbed to in 1995. So that's why you see the Nadine G. Johnson Foundation behind me, along with the Welcome to Dundrill Heights logo, so that we can push the nonprofit, which is the Nadine G. Johnson Foundation, out front, and the films support that foundation. So,
right. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, thank you.
That's awesome. So, Michael, Mr. Data Analytics Actor. So now, come on. Look, you enjoy being in front of that camera. Go to tell the truth.
I do. I like it now.
See
I'm like,
that? I'm
put
telling
a
you,
camera in front of me
introverts.
now.
Hey,
How
Valton,
you
I
like
need
me
him to
now?
meet Cameron. I'm trying to get my son to understand that it's okay to be introverted, but you got to learn to get out and have some fun.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Enjoy
And
life.
he'll figure it out.
Yeah, he will.
You just got to figure it out.
He's a gamer working at EA Sports, and that's his life right now. But I told him, get that money so you can send your mama her retirement donation.
That's right. Get that money first and set mama up.
Always riding the backs of our children, ain't that so?
Nuh-uh. I was pivotal in them being able to send me some little change.
Before we go, I need to tell a story on Valton.
Go on. Tell it.
Y'all want to hear a story on Valton?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so I've known Valton for like 15 years, and we used to go have lunch together and everything. And we were talking about our childhood because we're basically the same age. I think you graduated in 83, 1983, and I was 83 as well. So we kind of grew up in the early 70s when you're starting elementary school. And I said, yeah, Valton, my mother, we would go clothes shopping for school. And one time we went in and my mother, she pulled some jeans out and I went in the dressing room and I put them on. Of course, she's got to come in there and check them. She got to, put her finger all the way around and, something like that. And she goes like this. We're going to have to go to the husky section now. And she's like, you done, she goes, you won't be able to button these pants in a few months the rate you're going. See, back then, mamas, they didn't hold anything back on kids. They just just told you. She flat out told me, you're fat. You're getting fat. So I told Valton that story. I said, yeah, when I was growing up, I'm still a husky guy. But when I was growing up, I was wearing those husky Tuscan, and Valton was the same way. He's a man. He goes, me too. My mother put me in those husky pants. But those, husky pants came in different colors. They looked just like the regular pants, except they were a little bit wider. So Valton and me both, grew up in that generation. A lot of people now don't know what husky pants are, but there was actually a brand called the Husky section.
Most definitely.
In Sears.
Sears and J.C. Penney's.
You got too fat, you went to the Husky section to get your pants. And that's what we did. I'm sorry, Valton. I had to tell that story. That's what I always think about with Valton.
Well, the funny thing, Mike, you said that you didn't want me to make you out as a particular character as Kyle Booth. I'm going to write you in now, brother.
And Michael, you actually left off something important. See, also back then, when your parents bought your clothes, they were not actually for right then. They were for you to grow into them. So you could not start out with them fitting. You had to start out with them a little loose.
That's why Mama said, you won't be able to button these in a few months. Right. I was like, okay.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Victor, we already know you already been in the mirror. Ooh, I'm gonna be on the camera one day. Let me get right. So
that's Victor.
Now, so was the experience what you thought it was going to be?
Yeah, it was my first experience, my first real experience of being behind, in front of a camera that type of way. So all of it's new. So it's exactly what it was, and then some.
Okay, great.
You know what I mean? Great experience, and I told Valton, I want to learn. I want to get better. I don't want to just classes. I want to be better. I want to ascend and actually hone the craft.
That's great. See, look, Mike don't grew him a full beard.
Yeah.
That's change. And you being of a matured age, all of y'all 20 years older than me.
Victor like
I'm y'all same age. I graduated in 83 too.
Okay.
Michael. Yeah.
Did you Victor didn't graduate in 83?
No. I'm a little bit behind that.
Oh, he a youth.
Yeah, I know it.
As
That's
I
why
was
I
gonna
know
say,
that.
he's still
Yeah.
wet behind the
He's
ears.
up in
Remember
the
when the old
90s.
folks used to say that?
He's up in the
Still wet,
90s.
still wet behind the ears.
Yeah, but you all, if you don't get anything from this, you try new things. It does not
Right.
matter what your age
Yeah.
is. We get locked in. Your career is just part of who you are. And many of you may be in careers or in jobs that you really hate.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you, if you go back, revert back to that little child in you and tap into that passion that you had and rekindle that. Unlike you, Victor, the reason I said Bethany, they wrote me that, yeah, I was a thespian in high school. I was in plays and all that stuff. And I tell you, I knew then this some hard work. Because when you in high school, ain't no stage hands. You are the stage
Yeah.
hand. And you put
Yeah,
everything
yeah,
up. Then you gotta
yeah,
change costumes
yeah,
and get out there.
Yep.
yeah.
You know, Valerie, I will say this to everyone. This is no slight to any parent or anyone like that. But if you find your child, be it male or female, doing something unorthodox, such as a young boy, 3rd grade, writing, nurture that.
Yes.
Don't tell him to put that pencil or pen down, go outside and play football. You're going to be a sissy or whatever you all want to call it, a soft boy, whatever. Let him write, because you never know who the next writer will be.
True.
And it might very well just be your son, your daughter. So whatever you find your children doing that's legal, moral, and ethical, nurture that. It's got to be legal, because you don't want to end up talking to Kyle Booth and Officer Williams over here down there in Dundrill.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know
I'm
what
here
saying?
now. I'm telling
Yeah, I know
you,
you
it's
are.
wild out here.
Yeah, I know, because
wild
you're
out
over in
here.
the project. I can see the projects behind you.
Yeah, right outside the project building.
Yeah. I think Mike. I think Kyle is over at Walmart hanging out over there by the dead Christmas trees.
That's the Walmart light behind me.
Hey, it's bad when Charlie Brown got a better.
That's too funny. Oh, and Valter, wait a minute. We cannot end this show now, because I got to bring this up about this clip.
What?
But after you came in with that ending, you took me. Look, I was hyped up, and then when you got to the ending, that just kind of put me in that. Woo, that's a real mode. When you ended with the ALS, the mother died. That kind of threw me off, so I'll regroup a little bit now. But let's give a shout out to Valter. Hey, we saw our DA Danny Carr. We heard about Miles. Was it Birmingham Southern? Was it?
Birmingham Southern? Yeah.
So, hey, even y'all, look, Dundrill Heights got a little bit of Birmingham, the 205 in it. So I just thought that was really great to see how you included your hometown.
Well, thank you. So
with some things.
I appreciate you talking about that. So the guy that was standing next to Danny, who is our Jefferson County DA, his name is Mike Flegel. Mike Flegel is really a city attorney for the city of Birmingham.
Okay.
The judge was Patricia Stevens. She's an actual Jefferson County judge.
Okay.
So the next episodes, you will see Theo Lawson, who is our county attorney. He's going to be playing a role as an attorney against Danny Carr. So I thought it'd be nice to have some home folks, since this is a hometown movie in Dundrill Heights, Texas, to sort of show, hey guys, these are some real people. You can actually call them, go to their offices and talk to them, to include the fellas you see on the screen, It's going to be a really fun series, fun movie. And if it doesn't go anywhere else other than where it is in Atlanta right now, we're having fun. And that's what it's all about.
And shout out to Alvin. I thought that was funny.
Alvin. So, that came about because I really like that song. I'm going to go on by myself, because it means so much to him for a different reason than it means for me. Okay. And mine is more theatrical and his is more musical. So anyway, we got a lot of other stuff coming up. So you all stay tuned. We're going to make it happen. And welcome to Dundrill Heights.
For sure.
Yeah. So y'all got any parting words for us, gentlemen?
Hey, y'all keep an eye out for it. Thank you, Valton.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. And I'm out.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And y'all have a
All
good
right.
night. We may or may not be here next week. We're trying to decide, but we will be taking a break through. We
Yeah.
won't be until January like 12th, isn't it, Valton?
Right,
We'll
I
be
think that's
back
correct.
officially.
Right,
Yeah, we
right.
got to regroup and do some things and let Valton have a time to decompress with everything he's
Valton,
having
yeah.
going on for sure.
Yeah, well, the only thing that I have going on now is that I'll be emceeing a gala on Saturday night, but we're traveling to Mobile on Friday to go hang out with some guys that had, 1906 fellas. I think my brother's an alpha. Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna close now. We're not gonna do
that. But the Capitals are having one on Saturday night at the Harbor Center, and I will be the MC there. So come on through. Well, you can't get in now because the tickets are sold, but you all can wish me a happy birthday on Facebook, and that will be Sunday, December the 4th. And I was born in 1964. All right. You got that? Got it.
We got it.
Got it.
All right. All
Hey,
right,
y'all
guys.
have a
Love
good
y'all,
night.
man.
And y'all stay on, Michael.
Love you too.
Mike and Vic, stay on for a minute.